G'day boys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to build a bunker base in Conan Exiles. I've put that much in strength, that much in agility, that much in vitality, that much in grit, and this much in encumbrance. Encumbrance is most important to me. Now when I'm over encumbered I can actually run at full speed, which is very useful. Now what you want to do is you want to find a nice flat area like this. Nice little flat area. I'm at the moment over here. Let's have a quick gaze on the map where I am. Now as you can see on the map, I am here. Now this is a good little area. You can kind of get a drink of water, and also there's a lot of iron as well. And there is a boss over there which you can get a lot of ichor out of to make hardened brick, or sorry, not hardened brick, but other stuff like that. Now what you want to do is, first of which is, you want to kind of clear out the area a bit. So what I've done is I've just cleared out a bit of this area. Now you want to place your foundations. I'm using sandstone because that's the most primitive. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Then also you want to go 1, 2. Gets annoying sometimes. Does require a bit of patience when you're doing this. We'll just do this. 3. Nice. So that's 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. And you got 1. Yeah. And obviously same as here. Okay. Now that you've got your 4x4. What you want to do is you want to make a second kind of layer. You want to make a second layer. You want to go. This does require a fair few foundations, so you know it's not cheap on foundation wise. You know, it kind of does cost you a bit, but it's worth it. You know. Now what you want to do is you want to get rid of these next ones. You want to get rid of these ones. So it kind of looks like, yeah, it kind of looks like this. You want to leave these 4. Okay. So you want to come back here and do that. You also want to do that there, and sometimes it does get quite frustrating. Sometimes you might have to put them there just to make the building shut up a bit. Okay, so got that there. We'll climb up here. There we go. And I think there we go. Nice, nice, nice. And what you want to do is you want to delete these. Alright, and I think if you want, you can probably extend it by a few more. So what we're going to do is we're going to craft up a few of these. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this gives you a kind of general idea on what to expect. And just need one more after this. So it's not cheap, but it's worth it. Now what you want to do is you want to then delete these 2 here, so that way you're left with kind of a 2x3 in the middle of your base. Okay. Now you can honestly expand it outwards whichever way you want. It's really up to you. With me, I'm not usually fussy on how the base looks. Okay, so what you want to do next is you want to take your stairs, and it's up to you which way you want to put them. Me personally, I like to put them about here. Then what you want to do is you want to get your doors. Now for a PvP, obviously it's going to be an airlock for me. I usually do airlocks, a lot of airlocks. So what you want to do is you want to do that, and then put the outer face on the outside, so that way it looks cool. Then you get your walls, and we're not going to put on our we're going to put on our walls. We're going to have them facing the inside of the airlock. You can see there, that's how it's supposed to look first. Then what you want to do is you want to just have a bunch of walls like surrounding it like this. Don't have to be too fussy. As you can see, it does happen sometimes when you kind of It does go on the outside a bit, but it's all good, it's fixable. Alright, we got on the first layer. Now it's up to you. We'll do the second layer in a minute. First thing we want to do is I want to show you the pretty much what you want to do with this. Basically, the best thing about having a hole like this is with the roofs. Now this is the most important bit. This is how it's going to look like. You want to put them there, 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 and there, and there. Now, if they're stupid enough, what they would do is they won't see it. Obviously, you can put your things in here to make it look like there is stuff. So maybe you might, say for example, you might want to put in the middle a large campfire, which should go right about there. Now what this large campfire does, yeah, is pretty much it hides the fact that there is stuff below you. So, say for example, you always got to have roofs on you if you want to have this bunker base, because at least one or two spare. Because say for example, you want to get in, you got to dismantle it, hop in, you can put all your chests in here, and then obviously climb back out, and then you want to put your roof over like that. And that way it'll block it from anyone getting in. So then what you want to do with this base is you pretty much want to kind of place walls as like all around the place, you know, not all around the place, but like I usually tend to do a double story. I tend to do a double story building. I don't put the walls there, I usually would put it there like this. Nice. It does tend to say overlapping, but that's fine. Just skip to the next foundation building or whatever. Alright, that's good. Then next thing you want to do is pretty much it's going to be a two-story. So after this, you want to put another roof here. Okay? Then you want to put your set of stairs right there. That way you can put your roof here. Now all you got to do is keep roofing it across here, like this. Like so. Now you don't have to be too fussy with whatever you need to. I am using sandstone because it's the most primitive, you know, as I said before, it's the cheapest. I prefer to use this in PvP, sorry. Okay, so you have your first floor and your second floor. Now, with the upstairs, I tend to do this. I tend to, most likely what I do is I place a wall here. I have the outside facing like that. Then what I do is I have the inside like this. What I do here is I then place another door. Now what I do is I have it like this, and I also have it like that. Now what that'll do is that'll leave me room to put my last set of staircase. If it's not going the right way, all you want to do is press R2 and it should swap. Like so. Now you have access to the roof. Then what you want to do is you want to put your roofs over. Don't worry about that. You can fix that up later. This does tend to happen with the roofs. It does tend to go out of place, but that should be fine. Okay. Now, with this bit, all you got to do now is pretty much, I tend to kind of do this. Say for example someone is camping your door. What I'd usually do is I'd place these here. 1, 2, same as over here. 1, 2. I tend to do 3 as well on the kind of 4x4. 1, 2 here. Now I think 1, and then I go 2, 3. And then what I do is I place the corners, the sandstone wedges. I place them there, 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 and there, there, and there, there, and there. Now what this will do is, say for example you've got someone that's camping your base or whatever, you know, you can shoot them with an arrow if they're camping your door. You can shoot them down here, you've got coverage of all over your base, and if they are shooting at you, all you got to do is hide around here, which will give you good kind of protection against people that camp your door. Afterwards, what you want to do, that's the upstairs finished. Then afterwards you've got a floor here, which would look brilliant. Now you always want to leave a bit of space for the stairs because it's exactly like Ark. You know, you don't want to be having, you know, the problem where you get stuck and stuff like that. It's not very not very good. Give me a sec. I just gotta go grab myself a bit of drink because I'm thirsty. Now, the best thing about this base area here is because you got a lot of trees, you got a lot of plants and stone nodes, and you also got water too. It's very good for making different kinds of foods and stuff like that. You've also got these things, those things over there that give you ichor and that kind of stuff, and web that you can make into silk eventually. Now after this, what you want to do, this is the basic kind of foundation setup. This is pretty much the basic stuff. And what you want to do is you want to put doors on the front of them. So you're going to need like 4 doors. I tend to go a bit overboard with my things. So I put 1 door there, 1 door there, and 1 door there. Beautiful. Now that you've got your doors in place, you can now pretty much do whatever you want. Me personally, the way I'd have this set out, I'd have my furnaces. What I'd do is I'd place them around about, I'd go into first person mode, which is up on the D-pad. What you want to do is you want to have it kind of like this. You want to have the front of it, with the very front of it kind of sticking out to the next kind of area, because if you have it like this until it says, you know, like right on the edge of, you know, overlapping with other object or terrain, if you have it like that, the back of it will stick out and other people can access that. A lot of people make that mistake, and I have too, so I've learnt. Now you want to have it around about there, kind of in the middle, and have it just touching the outside, just touching the, what do you call it, the next roof. That's great. Now what you want to do is you want to do the same thing here. Do this until the same. Nice. Okay, so as you can see here, if you go outside the door here, as you can see right here, let me just get my torch out because it is getting quite dark, but it should light up very, very shortly, hopefully. See right there, it's not poking out at all. This is pretty much what the outside of the base would look like. Pretty simple. Wouldn't cost as much, although you might need some protection. It does look like a nice juicy base. On the inside it does look quite nice. You can smelt up your stuff in there. Doesn't need to look on point. Okay, this is the finished project pretty much. As you can see, I've done a bit of decorating. I put a bonfire in the middle, that way you can put a dancer in it to clear corruption that you have had. Put spikes around the base. I've got 2 planters here you can put seeds in. I've got an improved beehive with honey in it. I've got an altar for my god, as well as I've got a wheel of pain. Not a greater wheel of pain, but a wheel of pain. As you come down here, you can see that we have 2 fish traps and 2 mollusk traps, both of which may or may not be filled up to the, you know, to the thing. So you can't, it's hard to access them, but you can eventually if you try hard enough. As we come back up here, you've got access to water. These things do get a pain in the ass sometimes. They do spawn a bit too close to your base, so you might have to deal with them, but they shouldn't be too hard. As you come inside, we open up both airlocks, and you have got this. You've pretty much got your 2 furnaces right here. You can pretty much light. You got your tannery. You've got your preservation box. You can store your meat in here, like so. You've got also be used to craft hardened brick, like, yeah, the stuff that you make hardened brick out of. You can also collect ichor from those bugs over there, as I'll demonstrate to you right now. All you gotta do is have any kind of pick at all and pick it. You see we're getting feral flesh. We got about 99 ichor. This is on a boosted server. And you got some poison which you can apply to your weapons just manually at any time. So for example, I wanted to put it on here or one of my weapons. You can do that. I can hear something. Oh, there it is. See, these things do get a bit annoying. They do spawn there. It does get annoying, but they're alright. You can just kill them with one single swoop. Like so. Using a hatchet, I wouldn't use a hatchet unless you're getting meat. I'd use a pickaxe. It's the best thing to use. You get chitin, you get feral flesh, still. You get more than enough. As you can see, I've got the perk that allows me to, well, not sorry, perk that allows me to eat stuff, but I'd recommend you upgrade survival to the first perk. You're able to eat raw food without getting food poisoning, which is very useful. But yeah, that's about it. You can put some torches on it wherever you, if you want. I completely don't mind. Apart from that, everyone, that's gonna have to do it for this part. You know, this video today. I'm glad I showed you how to make a bunker base. You know, it took a while, so I hope you give it a like and stuff. So yeah, I hope this is very useful for you guys. As you can see, you know, there's a lot of room and stuff like that. It may look quite small on, you know, and it doesn't have to be a double base too. It can always be a single base, you know. Regardless, it'll still look alright. You'll still have a lot of storage. You don't have to have it exactly like mine. You don't have to have the layout of the buildings absolutely correct and on point. You know, I just have it this way, so that way I have all my crafting materials and shit down here. Then up top I have my bed and stuff and all the cooking materials. So that's gonna have to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. I don't know whether you'd like me to do more of these Conan tutorial videos, but if you do want me to, just make sure you give it a nice fat like. And apart from that, boys and girls, I'll see you all later.